how long have you been training in all of that? Like, what actually got you into martial arts in the first place? And I mean, because I guess we talked about the ring announcing.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm a lifelong martial artist, man. I grew up not far from the Twin Cities. I grew up over in Hammond, Wisconsin, which is just exit 17 as you're going east on I-94. And in high school, I wrestled a little bit in junior high. Wasn't very good at it, but I did like it. And when I was now I graduated in '92. I may have graduated high school before y'all were born, but
Nah, was born.
I was born in '91. Don't worry.
so my sophomore year in high school, and I got my driver's license. We always used to go up to Maplewood Mall,
Yeah.
and Maplewood Mall had a Champs. I think it was called Champs All Sports or something like that. Anyhow, we go in there one day and we're just like, looking for jerseys or whatever, and all of a sudden we see boxing gloves. And so we got a set of boxing gloves. And me and my buddies, we only had here's how dumb we were, dude. We only had one set of boxing gloves to share. So we you put one glove on and one of the other. You could slap with the ungloved hand and you could punch with the gloved hand. So we would go in the backyard. We would go in the backyard and we would mow a rig in my buddy Jay's unmowed backyard. We would, like, the one spot in his yard that got mowed was where we'd throw down. And so after a while, we finally started to get gloves. And my friend's his yard was adjacent to the school where the practice football field was. And so all of a sudden, after football practice, people would come up, hey, let me come throw down with you. Okay. So we had like the first backyard fight club, dude, I think in history. But this was before the days of YouTube, but this was like 1990. So we started boxing. Then I got into Taekwondo. I did Taekwondo up until about 1998 and 99. 99, I got married, and then I quit martial arts and got fat. And after I got up to like 300 pounds, I'm like, I got to do something. I hate the gym. I hate working out. I know how to do it. Like, I know how to lift weights. I was in the army and stuff, but I just hated working out for working out's sake. But I always loved martial arts. So, and I always dreamed of finishing my black belt in Taekwondo, but I'm like, dude, I'm 40. There's no way I'm going to be throwing these like a tornado kick anymore. I'm not throwing I'm not getting an axe kick higher than waist high. So unless I'm kicking a guy in a chair, my kids are much. So I got my kids into jiu-jitsu at Rising Sun MMA. And I remember we were taking the kids for like 7 or 8 months, and I was working third shift at the time, so I couldn't make the adult classes. And when I got on to first shift and I started going, I was watching the adults walk in as the kids' classes were finishing, and there were a couple guys like my build, and I was like, I think I could roll with these guys, hon. I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, these guys are built, they're not big athletic guys, they're normal, kind of dad bods like me, Well, the coach for the kids class overheard me, and he comes up and he's like, yeah, you should join. You should join. You should come right now. Like, why don't you come? And I was like, whoa. First of all, I didn't think anyone heard me talking. Like, I was afraid he thought I was talking smack. But anyhow, that was like a real challenge to me. So I joined the class, and my ego, I was like, I'm not going to win anything here tonight, but I'm a martial artist my whole life. No one's tapping me out. Yeah, I spent my first class throwing up for 45 minutes before I finished my first roll.
Yeah.
Oh, so. My
that's hilarious. Yeah, that first day at the gym, it's an eye opener no matter who you are or where you're at. I remember my first day it was Crystal Fight Club at that point, but Valhalla Combat Sports. I remember I walk in and they showed me the warm up, and I was like, well, that's more exercise than I've done in the last 10 years of my life. Like, what do you mean? So I do that, and then they're like, all right, well, now you've done that, you can hit the bag. And I was like, well, all right. So I'm dying there. Then now they're like, all right, now you did that. Here, go wrestle. And then so I got a guy who's literally fighting for the Minnesota Pro Heavyweight title here in a couple months, sitting on my chest for the next 10 minutes going, move, you got to do something. And I'm like,
I am doing something. I'm trying not to die.
yeah, dying is first objective right now.
Man.
Are you listening? Damn.